You settle into the seat. The leather is cool at first, then slowly warms beneath you. You adjust your position just slightly until everything feels right. Your hands rest on the wheel. Your shoulders drop. You breathe out slowly through your nose. It has been a long week, a very long week, but that is all behind you now. The engine hums, low and steady, like a quiet promise. You turn the key and feel the gentle vibration move through the seat, up through your spine, softening something tight that has been holding there for days. You did not even notice how tense you were until just now, when you began to let it go. The city is still around you, lights everywhere. Amber street lamps stretching in a long row ahead, sharp windows glowing faintly, the distant sound of other cars. But none of that is yours to carry. You are just passing through. You are already on your way somewhere quieter. You ease the car forward out of the parking lot, onto the street. The road ahead is mostly clear. It is late enough that the traffic has thinned. You do not have to rush. There is nowhere you need to be in a hurry. The road simply opens before you, and all you have to do is follow it. You breathe in and breathe out. The city begins to pass around you slowly, like a river you are floating through. Traffic lights change from red to green. You wait at each one without impatience. The red light is simply a moment to breathe. The green light is simply an invitation to move forward gently without urgency. A few other cars share the road with you. Their taillights glow soft red in the distance. Their headlights sweep wide arcs behind you. But they are all in their own worlds, going their own places, and you are in yours. The hum of the engine is constant, reassuring. It does not change. It simply holds, steady and low, beneath everything else. You adjust your grip on the wheel very slightly. Your fingers are relaxed. Your palms are soft. There is no need to hold tightly. The road is smooth and wide and easy. You glance in the rearview mirror. The city skyline is already beginning to pull away. The cluster of tall buildings, their glass faces catching the last orange glow of the evening, they are shrinking, becoming smaller, becoming something you are leaving behind. And with each block you drive, with each quiet intersection you pass through, the weight of the week grows a little lighter. You breathe out again. Good, just like that. The buildings grow shorter as you move further out. The wide, busy streets give way to narrower ones. The street lamps become fewer, spaced farther apart, and between them the darkness is soft and deep and restful. The sky above the road is a deep, quiet blue, not black, not quite. The kind of blue that holds a little of the last light of the day, very gently, the way a sleeping person holds a breath. There are fewer cars now. Mostly it is just you. The road curves gently to the right, and you follow it without effort. Your hands barely move. The car knows the way. The road simply unfolds, one peaceful stretch at a time, and you follow it as if in a dream. You notice the air feels different now. Even with the windows up, something has shifted. The city air was thick somehow, full of invisible busyness, full of everything that everyone was doing and wanting and rushing toward. Out here, the air feels cleaner, lighter, as if someone has opened a window somewhere and let the night in. You reach forward and turn the climate control down just a touch. The air that flows from the vents is cool and soft. It brushes your forearm. It grazes your cheek. You close your eyes for just a moment and then open them again, back on the road, back in the soft hum. The last of the street lamps disappear behind you. Now the only light is your headlights and the wide, gentle glow they make on the road ahead. The asphalt is dark gray, almost silver in certain patches where the light catches it just right. The white lane markings pass beneath you in a steady, rhythmic procession, one after another, calm and even, like the slow beat of a quiet heart. One, then another, then another. You could count them if you wanted. You do not need to. But there is something deeply soothing about their regularity, the way they simply keep arriving and passing and giving way to the next without fuss, without interruption. The road is yours now. On either side of you, the world has changed. The buildings are gone. In their place, dark fields stretch away into the night. You cannot see very far. The headlights do not reach that far. But you sense the openness, the wide, breathing expanse of land lying quietly on either side of the road, resting in the dark, unhurried and untouched. And somewhere out there, beyond where your eyes can follow, the city is disappearing. Its glow is still faintly visible in the mirror, a soft blush of amber and white against the low horizon. But it is very small now. It is becoming part of the background. It is no longer the whole world. You exhale slowly. Let it go. All of it. The meetings and the deadlines and the noise and the effort. The things you said and the things you did not say. The small frustrations and the accumulated tiredness. Let all of it drift back toward that faint glow in the mirror. Let it stay there. It does not need to come with you. You are on the road now. The long, empty, peaceful road, and all you have to do is drive. The engine hums. Your hands rest on the wheel. The lane markings pass beneath you, one after another, steady as breathing. A sign appears ahead, white letters on a green background, catching your headlights for a moment before sliding past. A town name. A number of miles. You do not need to remember either. You are not going anywhere in particular. You are simply going. Moving through the quiet dark, slowly, steadily, as the world settles into stillness around you. The radio is off. You left it off on purpose. There is no need for music right now. The sounds you have are enough. The hum of the engine, the soft rush of air around the windows, the faint hiss of tires on warm asphalt. These sounds are your music tonight, and they are more than enough. They wrap around you, steady and low and constant, and they hold you the way a warm blanket holds a person just before sleep, gently, without pressure, without demand. You notice your breathing has slowed. Without trying, your body has found its own quiet rhythm. In through the nose, a pause, out through the mouth, soft and easy. In and out. The same rhythm as the road, in a way, the same gentle forward movement, one breath at a time, 1 mile at a time. There is nothing to figure out right now. There is nothing to plan or fix or worry about. The road handles all of that. It simply continues ahead of you, patient and open, asking nothing more of you than to follow it. And so you follow it. The fields begin to give way to something else. You feel it before you see it. A change in the air, a density, a softness, a green and earthy smell that drifts in even through the closed windows. Then, gradually, trees appear on either side of the road. At first, just a few, scattered at the edge of the fields, standing alone or in small clusters. Then more, closer together. Their dark shapes rising up alongside the road, tall and still, their branches just barely visible against the sky. Then the forest closes in, not suddenly. Slowly, gently, the way night falls, the way sleep comes. The trees line both sides of the road now, and their canopy reaches overhead, not quite meeting in the middle, but close enough that you feel held, enclosed, cradled by the green dark on either side. The headlights sweep along the trunks of the nearest trees as the road bends. Ancient bark, rough textures smoothed by the light. The occasional flutter of a leaf catching the beam and releasing it. The air that seeps in now is cool and still and rich with pine and moss and the deep, slow breath of the forest. You breathe it in. It is the smell of something old and unhurried. The forest does not know about deadlines. It does not know about meetings or schedules or any of the things that have been filling your mind. It has been here for a very long time, and it will be here for a very long time after. And right now it is simply resting in the dark, quietly alive, quietly patient. You feel something loosen in your chest. Something that has been held tight there, without you quite knowing it, begins to soften, to unfurl, like a fist slowly opening. You breathe out, and you let it go. The road narrows slightly within the trees, not uncomfortably narrow, just enough that it feels like a different road than the wide highway you left behind, a more personal road, a road made for one person traveling quietly through the night. You ease your foot off the accelerator just a little. There is no reason to hurry. The road is yours. The night is yours. You can take as long as you like. The speedometer settles lower. Good. Slower is better tonight. You pass a gap in the trees, a brief opening where the canopy parts, and for a moment you can see the sky. Deep blue, soft, alive with stars. Dozens of them, hundreds of them, small and bright and perfectly still. They look, from down here, like a kind of quiet breathing, the way the light of each one seems almost to pulse, very gently, very slowly. Then the trees close over again, and the sky is gone, and it is just the road and the headlights and the deep green dark of the forest on either side. But the stars stay with you somehow. Their light, their stillness, the feeling of looking up and seeing something so much larger than everything you have been worrying about. You carry that with you. The engine hums, one breath, then another. Deep in the forest, the road makes a long, slow curve. You follow it without thought. Your hands move the wheel without effort, just the smallest adjustment, and the car follows the bend, as if the road and the car are part of the same quiet system, the same easy flow. Your eyes are soft. You are watching the road, yes, but loosely. The way you watch something when you are almost dreaming. The way the world looks just before sleep, when the edges go soft and the details start demanding your attention, and everything simply exists, gently, without needing to be examined. A deer, perhaps, or just a shadow, moves at the edge of the headlights. There and gone. A shape in the trees, then nothing. The forest holds its breath for a moment and then resumes. You hold yours too, then breathe again. The darkness between the trees is not threatening. It is not the darkness of something hiding. It is the darkness of something sleeping, of something resting so deeply that it has gone beyond the reach of light and noise and movement. It is the darkness you are moving toward yourself. The beautiful, quiet, restful dark. You feel it calling, not urgently, never urgently, just a soft, patient calling, like a voice you know, speaking your name very quietly from the next room. Come and rest. Come and be still. You are almost there. The forest opens eventually onto a stretch of road that runs alongside a field. A wide, flat field, dark under the stars, and in the far distance a low line of hills. Soft hills, rounded, their shapes barely visible against the sky. You breathe in. The windows are slightly fogged at the edges. You have been driving for a while now. Your body has settled into the seat in that deep way that only happens after a long time of sitting still, when the cushion has shaped itself around you and you have shaped yourself around it, and the two of you have become, for this moment, one comfortable, resting thing. Your neck is loose. Your jaw is unclenched. Your shoulders have dropped, you realize, several inches from where they were when you started. When did that happen? Somewhere back there, somewhere between the city lights and the forest dark, your body quietly let go of the tension it had been carrying. You are grateful for that. You breathe out. The field slides past, quiet, undisturbed. A few dark shapes in the distance, what might be a barn, might be a stand of trees, might be anything. It does not matter. Everything out here simply rests in its own gentle anonymity, each thing occupying its place in the dark without needing to be named or known. A light, far off on the right, just one small warm light, a farmhouse window perhaps, someone still awake, someone sitting in a warm kitchen with a cup of something warm. You pass it in a moment, and it is gone behind you, but it leaves a warmth behind. The warmth of knowing that other people are out there, resting and living and being, each in their own quiet way. The road curves back toward the trees. You are deep in the night now, not in a frightening way, in the most peaceful way imaginable. The kind of deep night that most people never get to experience because they are inside, because they are asleep, because the walls of their homes shelter them from the full, soft, heavy weight of the dark. But you are inside it right now, moving through it, held by it. The headlights make a small, warm corridor ahead of you. Everything inside that corridor is lit, clearly and calmly. The grey road, the white lane markings, still arriving, still passing, steady as ever. The nearest few feet of trees on either side. And beyond that corridor in every direction the night. Wide, still, breathing. You feel very small in it, but not in a lonely way. In the way that is comforting. In the way that reminds you that you are one small part of a very large, very ancient, very peaceful world. That the things that felt enormous today are simply not. That the world is wide and deep and mostly quiet, and you are a small, warm, soft creature moving through it, and that is enough. That is more than enough. You breathe in, slowly, deeply. The cool air fills your lungs. You breathe out, slowly, all the way out. Good. The engine note changes just very slightly as the road begins a long, gradual ascent. Not a steep hill, just a gentle rise, the kind you almost do not notice except that the engine works just a little more and the headlights lift slightly, angling upward, so that instead of illuminating the road ahead, you are for a moment illuminating the sky. Then the crest of the hill arrives, and the road tips forward, and your headlights come back down, and there below you is a wide valley. You can see it only faintly, a darker shape within the dark, but you feel its openness, the way the air changes when a landscape opens up, the way the pressure drops just barely, and something in your ears and in your chest registers the space, the roominess, the breathing space of a valley at night. A river runs through it somewhere. You cannot see it from here, but you know it is there, because in the far bottom of the valley there is a long, thin, glinting thread of reflected starlight, moving very slowly. A river, moving at its own unhurried pace, as rivers do, not caring where it is going, simply following the ground, following the lowest path, moving where it is easiest to move. There is a lesson in that, maybe, or maybe not a lesson, just a fact. Just a river being a river at night in a valley while you drive past, you descend. The road winds down into the valley. The trees return, a little different here, a little more varied, willows perhaps, and alders, the kinds of trees that like to stand near water. Their shapes are different, more draping, more gentle. They hang over the road in places, trailing branches that do not quite touch but almost do. The air here is cooler. It carries moisture. The good kind of moisture, the living kind, the smell of the river and the wet stones and the rich dark soil along the banks. You breathe it in, and it is like breathing something clean and old and deeply good. A small bridge. The road narrows to one lane on the bridge, but there is no other car coming, and you cross it slowly. And below you, just briefly glimpsed between the wooden rails, the river moves. Dark water. Small flashes of white where it runs over shallow stones. The quiet, steady voice of water moving over rock, too faint to hear through the glass, but you know it is there. You imagine it, the sound of the river. The low, continuous murmur, the not quite silence of moving water, the way it fills a night like this, the way it goes on, long after you have crossed the bridge, long after you have driven away, going on whether anyone listens or not. The bridge is behind you. The trees are around you again. The engine hums. On the other side of the valley, the road climbs again, this time more slowly, a longer rise. The forest thins a little here, and you can see the sky more fully. It is extraordinary. The stars have multiplied, or perhaps you are simply seeing them more clearly now, without the glow of the city behind you, without the haze that hangs over populated places. Out here, in the middle of a drive through a valley in the middle of the night, the sky is what the sky always was before cities, before lights, before electricity. A great, deep, breathing field of light. Thousands of stars. Tens of thousands. So many that the spaces between them are not empty but thick, thick with more stars behind them. A depth of stars going back farther than imagining. You slow the car just for a moment. You let your eyes go up. The Milky Way is there. Just barely visible, a soft smudge across the sky, a river of light that mirrors the river in the valley below. The same slow movement, the same patient going. You breathe in and out, and then you drive on. The top of this hill opens onto a plateau. The road straightens and widens again, and the trees fall back on either side. And for a long stretch it is just road and open land and sky. Wide sky, the biggest sky you have seen all night. You drive through it slowly, and the stars wheel almost imperceptibly overhead, the way stars always move, the way the earth always turns beneath them, patient and constant, turning as it has always turned. Your hands are very relaxed on the wheel. Your eyes are soft and heavy, not dangerously heavy, the comfortable kind of heavy, the kind that tells you your body is finding its rest, the kind that says you are safe and warm and held and all is well. You blink slowly. The road is there. The road is always there. A fox appears in the headlights at the very edge of the beam. It pauses just for a moment and looks at you. Its eyes are two small bright coins, holding the light, giving it back. Then it is gone into the dark, quick and quiet. You smile. It was a real thing, that small meeting in the night. A fox going about its business in a world that mostly does not see it. You saw it. For one small moment, your two worlds touched and then separated, and both of you went on. You breathe out. Go well, little fox, go well. The plateau begins to descend on the far side, and the road curves down and to the left, and the trees return, and you are back in the forest again. Back in the deep, soft, green dark. You have been driving for a long time now. You are not tired exactly. Something has gone beyond tired. Something in you has passed through exhaustion and come out the other side into a quiet, warm, almost floating place. The place where the body is fully at rest even while it continues its functions. The place that is the doorway to sleep. The lane markings pass beneath you. One, then another, then another. The engine hums. The trees stand on either side. You are doing nothing but breathing and following the road and letting the night hold you. It is enough. It is more than enough. It is, perhaps, exactly what you needed. This, just this. The road and the dark and the quiet and the hum and the slow, steady forward movement. No destination, no purpose. Just the beautiful, simple fact of being here, inside this warm car on this quiet road, in the middle of this enormous, still night. The road passes through a small town, just a small one, a crossroads really. A gas station, dark and closed. A post office, a little white building. A handful of houses set back from the road, their windows all dark, all asleep. A dog somewhere hears you pass and makes a small sound and then is quiet again. You slow for the stop sign at the crossroads. Stop, breathe, look left. Nothing, look right. Nothing. Just the empty roads extending in two more directions, equally quiet, equally dark, equally peaceful. You go straight. The town is behind you in a moment. A handful of dark windows and a sleeping dog and a quiet intersection, and then it is gone, and the road is open again, and the forest waits on either side. You breathe out. Good. Here is what the road sounds like. It sounds like the low, steady hum of an engine that has found its pace. A sound that has been with you for so long that it has become part of you, part of your breathing, part of the rhythm of this night. If the engine sound stopped, you would notice. But it does not stop. It simply continues, holding its note, warm and steady and reassuring. It sounds like the very faint, very soft creak of the seat beneath you as you shift, just slightly, finding an even more comfortable position. Your back is fully supported. Your legs are at ease. Your neck rests gently. It sounds like almost nothing else. No music, no voices, no phone, no notifications, no news, no reminders. Just the engine and the tires and the soft nighttime air around the car and the occasional sound of a branch in a slight breeze, the kind of small sound that vanishes almost before you register it. This is what silence sounds like when it is full, not empty silence, full silence. Silence that holds the whole sleeping world inside it, all the breathing and resting and dreaming of every living thing in the dark, held in one long, unbroken, peaceful note. You are inside that note. You are part of it. You breathe in and out, the trees thin again. You emerge from the forest onto a road that runs along the edge of a long, shallow lake. You cannot see the lake at first, just the openness on your left, the absence of trees, and then the headlights catch a shimmer, a faint silver movement, the lake. It lies flat and still, or almost still. A very slight breeze moves over its surface, not enough to make waves, just enough to make the reflected starlight shift and breathe, the way the surface of sleep shifts and breathes. You slow to almost nothing. You simply sit at the edge of the road and let your eyes rest on the water. Flat, dark, silver-lit, still. It is the stillest thing you have seen tonight. It is still in the way that is not empty or dead, but alive with a deeper kind of stillness. The stillness of deep water. The stillness of something that has been here for centuries, receiving rain and light and seasons, giving nothing back but its own reflection. You breathe in the smell of the lake, cool water, water weeds, the faint mineral smell of stone, something green and alive and unhurried. The stars are reflected in the water below you, a second sky, darker, slightly rippled at the edges, but there. As if the sky has two copies of itself tonight, one above and one below, and you are the thing in the middle, small and warm and resting. You stay for a long moment, just breathing, just watching the water, just being here. Then very gently you lift your foot and let the car ease forward again. The lake slides past on your left. It does not end quickly. It goes on for some time, its dark water and soft starlight keeping pace with you, constant and calm, as if to say this is how things are out here. This is how things move, this slow, this gently. You nod almost to yourself. Yes, this slow, this gently. The road curves away from the lake eventually. The trees return. But you carry the water with you, that image of the flat, dark lake and the doubled sky. It stays somewhere behind your eyes, cool and still as you drive on. You do not know where you are exactly. That is fine. It is more than fine. It is part of the gift of tonight, this not knowing. You are somewhere on a road, somewhere in the night, somewhere between where you were and wherever you are going. You are not lost. You are simply free for this small stretch of time from the grid of named places and numbered exits and known routes. You are just here, on the road, in the dark. It is the simplest thing, and it is enough. A thought arrives from the day, something from the week, some moment or conversation or task left unfinished. You notice it. You do not push it away, and you do not follow it. You simply see it the way you might see a leaf drifting past on the surface of that lake. There, and then gone, carried away by the current. Another thought, there, and gone. Your mind is doing what minds do when they begin to relax. It is releasing things, letting the week unspool, letting all the tangled threads come loose one at a time, drifting free into the dark around you. They are not lost. They will still be there when you need them. But right now, they do not need you, and you do not need them. You breathe in and out. The road continues. The forest on either side grows older. You can sense it, even in the dark. Something about the size of the trees, the space between them, the depth of the shadows they make. These trees have been here a long time. Their roots go deep. Their trunks are wide and solid and patient. They were here before you were born. They will be here after you are gone. And right now, in this moment, they are simply standing in the dark, doing exactly what they do. Breathing, growing, resting. You feel small beside them, but not in a bad way. In the best possible way. In the way that makes your own problems feel small too, and your own tiredness feel manageable, and your own life feel like a perfectly fine and decent thing to be living. The air that comes through the vents is rich now, thick with pine resin and damp earth. You breathe it in. It is the smell of deep time, of patience, of the slow, unhurried accumulation of rings inside a trunk, 1 year at a time, one quiet winter and summer at a time. You breathe it in and breathe it out, and it takes a little of the week with it, and a little of the tension, and a little of whatever is still left of the urgency that drove you through those long days. Gone, just like that. The road does a remarkable thing. It simply keeps going. You round a curve, and there is more road. You crest a small rise, and there is more road. You descend into a soft hollow between two hills, and there is more road. It does not end. It does not demand anything of you. It simply continues patiently, generously, offering the next stretch as soon as you finish the last. There is something deeply comforting about this. The road does not run out. The night does not run out. There is always more ahead of you, soft and open and waiting. You do not have to rush to reach it. It is already there. You are already in it. A radio tower stands somewhere off in the darkness to your right. You can see its red warning lights blinking slowly. One, then nothing, then one again. On and off, steady and patient as a heartbeat. Red, dark, red, dark. You watch it as you drive for just a moment until the trees block the view. But the rhythm of it stays with you, that slow, patient pulse in the dark. A thing doing its small task without complaint through the night, through all nights. Red, dark, red, dark. Something about it is calming, that simple, repeated pulse. Not unlike the lane markings passing beneath you. Not unlike your own heartbeat, steady and quiet in your chest. You are a system of pulses moving through a night of pulses. Everything going on and off, contracting and expanding, breathing in and breathing out. The whole world pulsing gently in the dark. Red, dark. Breathe in, breathe out. The road passes through a small valley, and here there is a stream running beside it. You can hear it now. The window is cracked, just slightly, and through that crack comes the sound of moving water. A soft, continuous murmur, not loud, not dramatic, just the easy, ceaseless voice of a stream going over stones. It sounds exactly like sleep sounds when you are on the edge of it. That rushing, soft, undifferentiated sound. That sound that is made of many sounds but registers as one. That sound that takes the mind gently by the hand and leads it away from thought. You breathe in the cool air from the cracked window. The stream sound fills the car. Very gently, very quietly. You let your eyes go soft. The road, the stream, the dark, the hum, all of it together now, woven together. A fabric of sensation so gentle and so constant that it holds you the way sleep holds you from the inside. The stream falls behind, but the sound of it stays for a moment in your ears. You can still almost hear it. A memory of water, a murmur just below the threshold of hearing, or perhaps just beyond it, in a place where sound and memory meet. You breathe out. You have been driving for a very long time. The night is at its deepest now. The hour when the world is most fully asleep. The hour when even those who had late nights have found their beds, and those who wake early have not yet risen, and the whole human world is, for a brief span, still and horizontal and quiet. And you are driving through the middle of it, not asleep, not quite, somewhere else. In the beautiful territory between waking and sleep that has its own name in some traditions and perhaps does not need a name in others. The place where thoughts are loose and the body is soft and the world is warm. Your hands rest on the wheel, your eyes watch the road. But everything else, every other part of you is somewhere else. Drifting, resting, soft. You are not here and you are not elsewhere. You are simply here, and the here has grown very large and very quiet and very safe. Breathe in, breathe out. The road continues. A light ahead, far away. Just one, small and white and still. A farmhouse, probably. A single window lit in the deep country dark. Someone awake or a light left on. A lamp standing in a window the way lamps have always stood in windows, guiding travelers, marking homes, saying here is a warm place, here is a place where someone lives. You drive toward it slowly. It does not get much brighter. It is far off the road. But for a few minutes it is simply there ahead of you, a star that has come down to earth and settled in a field and decided to stay. You pass its longitude, and then it is behind you, but it leaves something in the air, that sense of warmth, of home, of a lamp in a window and someone who put it there. You breathe in. The night is full of these small kindnesses, you think. Most of them you will never see, will never know about. But they are there. All the small warm things in the dark. All the lit windows and the sleeping children and the embers in dying fires and the cats curled at the foot of beds and the slow breathing of the sleeping world. You are moving through all of it gently like a boat through still water. Leaving the smallest wake, disturbing nothing. More trees, always more trees. They are your oldest companions tonight. You have been with them for most of this drive, and each time they return you feel a small, wordless welcome. Come back into the dark. Come back into the green. Come back into the old quiet. The headlights move among them, tracing the edges of bark and shadow. There is something almost hypnotic about it, the way the shadows shift as you pass. The way the same trunk looks different from different angles, first dark, then lit, then dark again. The way the canopy above you is a ceiling that breathes. You are inside the forest. You are inside the night. You are inside something much older and much more patient than you, and it holds you with absolute gentleness. Breathe, just breathe. The road makes a long, sweeping curve, a very long one. You can see the headlights ahead of you, reflected on the trees on the far side, before the curve has even finished. A soft glow preceding you around the bend. Your own light, going ahead to show the way. You follow it. The curve sweeps on and on, a great arc, and you lean into it without thinking and the car moves smoothly through it. And when you come out the other side, the road is straight again, and long and dark and quiet. That curve was like a breath in a way. The inward lean, the suspended moment, the return to open road. You breathe in, Hold and out. Good. You notice the sky beginning to change, very subtly, almost imperceptibly. Just the very faintest shift in the quality of the darkness, far to the east, behind the trees. A slight difference in tone. Not light, not yet. Just the memory of light, the possibility of light, the place in the sky where light will come from eventually when it is ready. But it is not ready yet, and you are not ready for it yet. This is still the night. This is still your time of driving and drifting and letting the dark hold you. The light will come when it comes, and when it does you will be ready. But right now there is still so much night, so much soft and generous dark, so much quiet road ahead. You breathe in and out. Not yet. There is still so much of this left. The road passes over a small hill, and on the far side the hill opens onto a view, unexpected, wide. The trees fall back on either side and the road runs along a ridge, and to your left the land drops away, and there, far below and far away, in the bowl of a wide valley, you can see a small cluster of lights. A town. A real one this time, not the single farmhouse, not the crossroads. A town with a handful of streets and a handful of street lamps and a cluster of warm windows. It is a long way off. The lights are small and soft, the way lights look when they are seen from above and from a distance. They do not demand anything of you. They simply glow peacefully in the bowl of the valley. You look at them for a long moment as the road carries you along the ridge. People are sleeping down there. Hundreds of people, maybe more, tucked into their warm beds, their breathing deep and slow. Their rooms dark except for the occasional glow of a phone or a nightlight. Their dreams taking them to their own strange and gentle places. All those sleeping people, all that rest. You feel it reaching up from the valley like warmth from a fire, the heat of all that collected sleep, and you carry it with you as the road curves back into the trees. The trees hold you, the road holds you, the night holds you. Everything is holding you right now, gently and firmly and without asking anything in return. The seat beneath you, the seatbelt across your chest, a gentle pressure, the warm air in the cabin, the quiet hum all around you. You are held, you are safe. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Whatever happened this week, it is done. It cannot be undone, and it cannot be changed, and most of it was not as important as it felt, and the parts that were important will still be there when you need to return to them. But not now, not here, not on this road in this dark, in this hour. Here there is only the road, and the quiet, and your own breathing, slow and soft and steady, in and out. Something has settled in your shoulders that was not settled before. Something has smoothed in your face. Your brow is not furrowed. Your jaw is not clenched. Your eyes are soft. Your hands on the wheel are barely there, just the lightest touch. Just enough to keep the car in its lane, which keeps itself in its lane almost on its own, the road so straight and empty that your hands are really just resting, just touching the wheel the way you might touch something you love while it sleeps. Gently, without pressure. There, the road is smooth. The trees are still. There is nothing required of you. You pass a rest stop, just a small one. A wide shoulder and a concrete picnic table and a trash can and a small sign. The kind of rest stop that has been there for decades, that thousands of travelers have passed through and will never remember. The kind of place that exists only to offer a pause, a breath, a moment of permission to stop. You do not stop, but you notice it. You nod to it in your mind. The rest is already inside you. You have been resting this whole drive in the truest sense, not sleeping, but resting, putting down the weight, letting the night carry it for a while. That is a kind of rest that can sometimes be deeper than sleep. The rest stop slides behind you. The road continues. The stars are very bright now. You are far enough from any city, far enough from any significant human light, that the stars are doing what stars are supposed to do, filling the sky, crowding the sky, making the dark between them seem like the exception rather than the rule. You look up through the windshield at the highest stars you can see without taking your eyes from the road. The ones directly overhead, visible in the top of the glass. They are very still. They have been burning for millions of years, and they will burn for millions more, and from their distance, your car and your road and your long week are not even visible. From their distance, The whole Earth is a faint blue dot at the edge of an ordinary solar system. That is both small and immense at the same time. You find it comforting to be small, to be one small warm creature on a small warm planet, driving a small warm car down a small, perfectly adequate road in the middle of a very large and mostly quiet night. To matter in the way that small things matter, completely, quietly, without needing to be seen. Breathe in and out. The road begins very gradually to descend. A long, slow descent. The kind you barely feel in your body but you sense in the car, in the slight change of pressure on the accelerator, in the way the headlights angle forward instead of level. You are going down, down into a new valley, down into a softer darkness, down toward the level ground that waits at the bottom of every hill. The trees are very close on either side here. The canopy overhead is nearly complete. You are driving through a green tunnel in the night, a channel between the trees, and the forest on either side breathes slowly and deeply and does not notice you. Down, slowly down. The engine holds steady. It does not rush. It does not resist. It simply carries you down at the pace the road demands, and the pace the road demands is your pace. And your pace tonight is the pace of almost sleeping. Very slow, very gentle, very soft. At the bottom of the descent, a bridge. A bigger bridge this time, not the small wooden one from earlier. This one is stone, old stone, dark and solid and permanent. The road crosses it with a slight change in sound, the tires moving from asphalt to the slightly different surface of the bridge deck. A sound you notice without quite hearing, more of a feeling than a sound. Below, a river. A real river, wider than the stream from before. Dark and deep and moving slowly. A river in no hurry. A river that has found the path of least resistance and is following it, unhurried, mile after mile, toward the sea. The bridge is behind you before you have finished thinking about the river. But the river stays with you. The idea of it, that dark, slow, patient water moving in the dark, not knowing and not caring where it is going, only knowing the direction of flow, always downstream, always toward rest. You are somewhere now that you have never been before. The road looks the way all roads look at night, familiar in its general shape. Dark pavement and white lines and trees on either side, but specific in its particular bends and distances to no road you have driven before. This is new territory, and it is beautiful, because new territory at night, on a quiet road, when you are not afraid, when you are simply moving through it, new territory is just more of the same beautiful dark. More trees that are different trees but feel like the same trees. More road that is a different road but asks the same things of you, which is to say almost nothing. New territory is just more peace. You breathe in. The trees are new. The dark is old. You are somewhere you have never been, and it is fine. You are fine. Your eyes trace the edges of the headlights as they move along the road. The edges of the light are soft, not sharp. There is no clear line where the lit road ends and the darkness begins. Instead, the light trails off, grows thinner, becomes something between light and dark, and then quietly gives way. That is what the day felt like today, at the edges, the sharp middle of it, the clear demands and clear tasks, and then at the edges, the blur, the things that did not quite fit, the thoughts that came in while you were trying to sleep, the worries that did not quite sharpen into problems and did not quite soften into nothing. The edges, but they are far behind you now. Here there are no edges that worry you. Here the only edges are the soft margins of the headlights, trailing off into easy dark, and you can let them be there without needing to follow them. You breathe out. Let the edges go. Let them trail off. Let them soften into dark. A different sound has been added to the mix. So gradually you almost did not notice. The sound of wind in the trees. A very gentle wind, not strong, just enough to move the highest branches, just enough to make the leaves whisper. It is a layered sound, many leaves moving at slightly different rates, making a soft, sibilant murmur that drifts down from the canopy and through the vents and wraps itself around the engine hum and the tire hiss. A new voice in the choir. Wind and water and engine and road. And beneath all of them, beneath your breathing and the quiet sounds of the night, the silence. The great, calm, unbroken silence that holds all other sounds inside it. You hear it, not with your ears, something deeper. The part of you that knows how to rest. That part hears the silence and responds to it, loosening, opening, softening. Come in and rest. Your thoughts are very slow now, not stupid, not empty, just slow, unhurried. They arrive like passing cars far off on a distant road. You see their lights, you watch them approach, and then they pass and they are gone and you do not follow them. There is nowhere to follow them to, only the road, only the dark, only the hum, a thought about tomorrow. They're and gone. A thought about someone you know, they're and gone. A thought about nothing in particular, a fragment, a half-image, the kind that comes just before sleep. There and almost gone and then gone. The spaces between the thoughts are growing longer, and the spaces feel like the most comfortable part. Not empty spaces, full ones, full of the deep, soft, breathing quiet of the night. You live in those spaces for a while, in the space between one thought and the next, in the space between one breath and the next, in the space between the lane markings, the white lines passing, one after another, into the dark behind you. You live there, softly. The road has been climbing again, gently, without you quite noticing. And now it arrives at the top of a long, open ridge. The trees are gone here. The ridge is open to the sky on both sides, and the sky is extraordinary. You are high enough, and the air is clear enough, and the night is deep enough that the stars are doing their full and impossible work overhead. The sky is thick with them, layer upon layer of them, each layer older and more distant than the last. You slow the car, almost to a stop, but not quite. You let it creep forward, barely moving, while your eyes go up and up into the sky. It is too much to take in. That is how you know it is real. The things that are truly large are too large to take in. You can only look at a piece of them at a time and know that the rest is there, waiting to be looked at. You look at a piece of the sky, a handful of stars, 7 perhaps or 8 in a rough cluster, their light ancient and clean and indifferent. They do not know you are watching them. They have been shining since before there was anyone to watch. They will shine long after. You breathe in. The air at this altitude is cleaner still, drier, crisper. It comes in through the cracked window and sits in your lungs like a cool, clear fact. The sky is very large. You are very small. Everything is fine. You breathe out and let the car carry you forward slowly along the ridge, through the enormous night. The road begins to descend on the far side of the ridge. This descent is longer than the others. A great slow dropping, the road curving back and forth in gentle switchbacks, moving down through the dark with patience and care. Trees return at the lower elevations. First scrubby, wind-shaped ones, then taller, fuller ones as you lose altitude. The wind quiets as you descend into their shelter. The stars disappear behind the canopy, and you are back in the green dark, back in the held, close, quiet world of the forest. It welcomes you back like an old friend, steady and silent and warm with its own deep warmth. You breathe in, pine, earth, stone, water somewhere nearby. Home, not literally, not your house, not your bed, but home in the older sense. Home in the sense of place where the body knows it is safe. Where the oldest part of you, the part that predates buildings and electricity and weeks with deadlines, recognizes the language of the night and the trees and the slow water and says, yes, this is the language I speak. This is where I am from. Your body settles deeper into the seat. Your breathing deepens. Your eyes are very, very soft. The switchbacks level out and the road straightens. You are at the bottom of the mountain or the hill or whatever it was. You have descended. You are in the valley, and the valley is quiet and dark and deep and generous, and it holds you as easily as water holds a boat. The road ahead is long and straight. You let your foot ease off the accelerator. The car slows, almost to a drift. Just enough momentum to keep moving, just enough movement to keep you here, on the road in the night, in this beautiful middle place between waking and sleep. The engine has grown quieter, as if it too is winding down. Or perhaps you are just listening differently. In the deep quiet of this hour, your hearing has changed. You hear things you would not normally hear. The creak of the car's body, the soft friction of the tires, The very faint sound of your own breathing, in and out, in and out. You are aware of yourself gently, not with the sharp, scrutinizing awareness of daytime, with the soft, peripheral awareness of someone on the edge of sleep. I am here. I am breathing. I am warm. I am held. That is all. That is enough. A memory arrives, not a difficult one, just an old one. A childhood memory of being in a car at night in the back seat, the world passing outside the windows, the hum of the engine, your parents in the front, their quiet voices, the feeling of absolute safety, of being held and moving at the same time, of the road carrying you toward home. That feeling has never entirely gone away. It is here tonight in this car on this road, the same feeling, the same deep, wordless safety, the sense that someone or something is handling the getting there and all you have to do is rest. The road handles the getting there. You rest. You have been resting this whole drive, in a way. The week has been released, mile by mile, into the dark. The tension has unspooled from your body, piece by piece, as each silent stretch of road received it without complaint. You are lighter than you were when you started, much lighter. You are almost entirely soft. The road has a companion now, a small, dark stream running alongside it, just to the right, visible in the headlights when the road curves, hidden when it straightens. It has been there for a little while, you think. You did not notice exactly when it appeared. It simply arrived, as streams do, from some invisible source, and decided to travel in the same direction for a while. You and the stream, moving in the same direction in the dark. The stream makes no sound you can hear through the glass, but you know its sound. You have heard it before tonight and before tonight in other night places, in other quiet hours. The low murmur, the round, liquid consonants, the way water says itself over and over, the same word, the same word, the same word. Rest, 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 or something close to that. You breathe in and out. The stream runs alongside you for a long while before curving away into the trees. Goodbye, stream. Good rest. You have lost track of time entirely. You do not know how long you have been driving. An hour, maybe, or 3. The kind of question that does not matter when the driving is this quiet and this easy and this free of any agenda. Time, without landmarks, becomes a different thing. Not the sharp, urgent time of the day, the time that tells you are late or early or behind, the long, loose time of the night, the time of rivers and stars and slow breathing, time that is measured in feel rather than numbers. It feels late, very late, the deepest part of the night late, the part of the night that has let go of yesterday and has not yet reached for tomorrow, the part that is purely itself, purely now, and you are in it, purely now, driving through the purely now. You notice something, something very simple. Your mind is quiet, not empty. Minds are never quite empty, but quiet in the way that a room is quiet when someone has, over many hours, gently, patiently picked up everything that was cluttered on the floor and placed it somewhere appropriate. The room is the same room. Everything that belongs there is still there, but it is ordered. It is resting in its right place, and the floor is clear. Your mind is clear, not clear like polished glass, clear like still water. A little depth to it, a little movement very far down, but on the surface still. You breathe into that stillness. You have not felt this in a while. You had not noticed how long it had been since your mind was this quiet. Weeks, maybe. The week just past was loud, in that interior way that weeks can be loud, the constant internal running commentary, the planning and reviewing and worrying and second-guessing. All of it has slowed. All of it has settled. You breathe out. The road is beautiful. Just the road. Just the dark asphalt and the white lines and the trees and the sky. Just this thing you have been moving through all night, this simple ribbon of road through the dark. It is the most beautiful thing you have seen in a while, not because it is particularly remarkable, because of what it has given you. Mile by mile, patiently, without asking, it has given you back to yourself. The road has been the container, and you have been the thing in the container. And over the course of this long, quiet drive, the container has done its work. You are softer. You are quieter. You are here. The trees thin one more time. And ahead of you, across a wide, flat stretch of road, you can see the first suggestion of what might be a destination. Not a city, not a town, something smaller. A shape in the dark, a gathering of familiar forms that might be your place, but you are not hurrying toward it. You let the road carry you, at its own pace. The engine hums. Your hands rest on the wheel, the lightest possible contact, just enough, just barely enough. The lane markings pass. One, then another, then another. The night is still very full around you, very deep, very soft. The kind of night that will not hurry toward morning. The kind of night that knows morning will come on its own and sees no reason to rush the process. You feel the same way. No reason to rush. The road holds you. The dark holds you. Your own quiet breathing holds you. In and out. In and out. Slow, steady, easy, like a river moving at night. Like the stars burning without hurry. Like the trees standing in their old silence, ring by ring, year by year, peaceful and patient and not in need of anything more. Like you right now, peaceful, patient, not in need of anything more. You are almost there, not there yet, not yet. There is still road. There is still the warm hum of the engine. There are still trees on either side, standing their quiet watch. There are still stars above, visible in pieces through the canopy, burning their slow, ancient fires. There is still your own breath, in and out, the oldest rhythm, the one that started before you knew what it was and will continue long after you have stopped keeping track. You are almost there, but almost is not yet. And not yet is where you want to be. Not yet is the gift. Not yet is the long, quiet road and the soft dark and the hum. Not yet is this. Breathe in, very slowly. Feel the air fill your chest, your lungs, the spaces in between. Hold it for a moment, just a moment, and breathe out, slowly, all the way out. Let it take the last of the week with it. Let it take the last of the tension. Let it take whatever is left of the urgency and the noise and the effort. Breathe it all out, into the dark around you. The night receives it without comment. The trees receive it. The road receives it. Everything out here is very good at receiving things without comment. That is one of the kindnesses of the night. Your hands on the wheel are barely touching now. Your body in the seat is fully resting. Your eyes are watching the road with a gaze that has gone all the way to the back of your mind, soft and distant and easy. You are driving. You are almost sleeping. You are in the beautiful space between, the space that has its own quality of light, its own temperature, its own softness. You have been in this space before, right at the edge of sleep, when the day is done and the body is ready, and the mind has agreed finally to let go. That space. The one where you are still aware that you are here, but only barely, and the being here has become so gentle and so weightless that it is beginning to resemble not being here at all. You are in that space, right now, driving through it. The road makes one final, long, sweeping curve, very gentle, very wide. Barely a curve at all, more of a suggestion, a slight inclination of the road toward somewhere specific. You follow it without effort. Your hands know what to do, your body knows, the car knows, everything knows. The curve comes in and you lean into it and you come out the other side and the road is straight again and quiet and long and there, just there. At the end of it, your place, the shape of it in the dark, the familiar lines, the window with its warm light, a lamp left on for you, a small warm point in all the dark waiting. You breathe in, slow, slow, all the way in you breathe out, slow, all the way out. You ease the car to a stop. The engine holds for one more moment, then you turn it off. The hum stops. The silence rushes in, enormous and soft and full, the way silence always does when an engine stops, as if it had been waiting just outside for the noise to finish. The silence is complete and beautiful. You sit in it. Not for long, not forever. Just long enough to feel it, the fullness of it. The way it holds every small sound inside itself, the tick of the cooling engine, the creak of the car as it settles, the very faint sound of wind in the trees somewhere close. The world breathes. You breathe with it. In and out, in and out. You step out of the car. The night air is cool and still on your face. It smells of grass and trees and the particular clean smell of deep country night. You stand for a moment beside the car, not moving, just standing, just breathing. Above you the stars, everywhere, still burning, still patient, still doing what they have always done and will always do. You look up at them and they look back, or they do not look back. They are indifferent. They have no eyes. But their light falls on you, and you feel it, that ancient, unhurried, traveling light, arriving from so far away to land here on you, on your upturned face in this quiet night at the end of this long, peaceful drive. You breathe in the stars, the air, the night, all of it. Breathe in, you go inside. The warmth is immediate, the familiar smell of home, the quiet of four walls and a roof and all the things that make a place yours. You do not need to do anything. The week is over. The drive is over. The night is here, and the night is yours. You find your way to the place where you will rest. You do not hurry. You never hurry again after a drive like that. Your body has remembered something important, that things can be done slowly. That slow is not just the speed of tired, but the speed of peace. You sit on the edge of the bed. You breathe out, long and slow and all the way out. The mattress receives you as you lie back. The pillow receives your head. The sheets are cool at first, then warm, the warmth moving in around you like water around a stone. You close your eyes, and behind them the road is still there, the dark road. The white lane markings still arriving, still passing one after another, steady and patient and unhurried. The trees standing on either side. The sky enormous and star-filled and deep. The hum of the engine, still with you, still holding you. You do not need to drive anymore. The road will carry you from here. The road that goes inward, that goes deeper, that goes down into the soft dark of sleep where the engine hum becomes the body's hum and the stars become the lights behind closed eyes and the trees become the breathing dark and the road becomes the rhythm of rest. You are on that road now. Breathe in. Let your body sink. Let your mind drift. The road is smooth and empty. There is nothing required of you, nothing at all, just this. Just the soft drift downward. Just the warm dark. Just the breathing. In and out, in and out. The city is very far away now, and all the week that was in it, far away, behind you, fading. The way a city fades in a rearview mirror, smaller and smaller, until it is just a glow on the horizon, and then just a memory of a glow, and then nothing. Nothing but the road. The road and the dark and the quiet and the warm. You are home. You are here. You are resting. Breathe in. Breathe out. The road goes on. You do not need to follow it anymore. You are already where you were going. You are already there. Breathe, rest, sleep. The lane markings still pass somewhere behind your eyes. One, then another, slow and steady and patient. One, then another, then nothing, just the warm, just the dark, just the soft, perfect stillness of a body that has found its rest. Good, very good. Sleep now. The road will be there in the morning. The stars will be there. The trees will be there. Everything will be there, waiting, patient as it has always been. But right now there is only this. The warm, the still, the soft, the sleep. Breathe, just breathe and let go, let go, let go. Good night. But wait, you are not quite there yet. The sleep has not come all the way, not yet. It is close. It is very close and warm and patient. But there is still a little road left, a little more of the night. And that is fine, that is good, because there is nothing better than this. The last stretch of the road, final slow miles. Go back for a moment. Go back to the beginning. Back to the parking lot where you first settled into the seat. Do you remember how the leather felt, cool at first, then warming, that first breath, that first long breath out? The way the engine turned over and hummed, and the vibration moved up through the seat and began, just barely, to loosen something in your back. You do not need to go back there in your mind, but let the feeling come back. The first feeling, the feeling of beginning the drive, of pulling out of the parking lot onto the quiet street, the amber street lamps stretching ahead, the other cars far away going their own places. You were already starting to relax, even then. Even at the very beginning, when the city was still all around you, something in you knew. This is going to be a good drive. This is going to be the kind of drive you need. And it was. Every mile of it. The city shrinking in the rearview mirror, the buildings getting shorter, the street lamps getting fewer, the sky getting larger, growing above the road as the human structures fell away. And then the fields. Do you remember the fields? The dark, wide, breathing fields on either side. The sense of openness. The sense of land resting in the dark, unhurried and enormous, lying quiet beneath the stars. That feeling of the world growing large again. That feeling of your own problems shrinking in proportion to the world's size. You breathe in and out. Good. And the trees. The first trees scattered and alone at the field edges, then more. Then the forest closing gently around the road. The green dark, the old air, the smell of pine resin and moss and deep earth. The way the headlights moved among the trunks, tracing edges of bark and shadow. The way the forest closed overhead, almost a ceiling, almost complete. The way the air changed inside those trees. Cooler, stiller, more patient. The forest knows how to hold things. It has been holding things for a long time. Light and rain and wind and the small lives of birds and insects and the slow drip of seasons. It holds them all without effort. It holds you too as you drive through it. It holds you gently. It does not ask anything of you. It simply holds. Breathe in. The cool, green, pine-scented air. Breathe out. And the hills. The long, slow climb and the long, slow descent. The way the road rose gradually and your headlights lifted and then tilted forward as the crest arrived and the valley opened below. That first valley. The faint glint of the river in the dark. The wide, sleeping bowl of land with its scattered lights. The bridge, stone and old and solid, and the river below, dark and patient, moving in no hurry toward wherever rivers go. The sound of that first stream. The window cracked open. The cool air coming in. The murmur of water over stones, soft and continuous, washing thought away, washing the week away. Just the sound of water going that round, liquid sound going and going, patient as anything. You carry it with you still. Even now, lying in the warm dark with your eyes closed, you can hear it. Water over stones, the stream going, moving in the dark. Breathe in and out, just like the stream. And the lake, you remember the lake. Flat and still and dark, lying at the edge of the road like something placed there by a careful hand. The stars reflected in it, a doubled sky. The slight shimmer of a breeze moving over the surface, just barely, the way your own breathing moves the dark behind your closed eyes. The smell of the lake, cool water, green water. The mineral smell of the bed of the lake far below. You stayed for a moment, just moving slowly along its edge, watching, just watching. The flat, patient water, the doubled stars. The world turned soft. It is still soft. Everything is still soft now. Your face is soft. Your hands are soft. Your chest is soft and open and easy. Your breathing is soft. Breathe in. Hold for one gentle moment and breathe out. Soft, just soft. Think of the ridge, the high, open ridge where the trees fell away and the sky was everything. The most stars you have seen in years. The whole dome of the night, crowded with them, thick with the ancient light of distant burning things. How small you were under that sky. How perfectly, comfortably small. The kind of small that is not diminished. The kind of small that is relieved. The kind of small that says, it was never about me, not really, not the way I thought it was. The universe is not watching me and measuring me and judging the week I had. The universe is just there, burning and turning and breathing in its own enormous way. And I am here, breathing in my small way. And both of these things are true at the same time. And both are fine. Both are more than fine. You breathe in. Under the wide sky for a moment in your memory, the stars are very still. The air is very clean. Your chest is open. Breathe out, all the way out. The sky can hold that too. The sky holds everything. And the town in the valley, seen from the ridge far below. Just a cluster of soft lights in the bowl of the dark. All those sleeping people, all that gathered, horizontal rest. You felt it rising from the valley like heat, the warmth of sleep, and now it is here around you, inside you. You have brought it with you. You have driven through so much quiet, dark, and so much sleeping world that some of it has come inside you. You are sleepy in the way of a town at night, deeply, thoroughly, across all your parts. Every part of you is settling. Every part of you is finding its way down, into the warmth, into the dark, into the long, slow breathing of sleep. There is one more thing to carry with you into sleep, the farks. Remember the farks, at the edge of the headlights, at the edge of the beam, just for a moment, standing in the dark at the boundary of your light. Two small bright eyes, catching the glow and holding it for a single, perfect, suspended moment, looking at you, and then gone, into the dark, into its own life, going on alongside yours, invisible and quiet and entirely its own. The fox does not know about your week. It does not carry your worries or your deadlines or your fatigue. It carries only itself through the night, going about the business of being a fox in the dark. And in that moment when your two worlds touched, there was something wordless, something simple, a recognition. You are both here, in the night, alive, quiet, going your own ways. That is enough. That is everything. Breathe in and out. Let the fox carry you for a while, into the dark, into the trees, into the soft, breathing world beyond the reach of headlights, the world that goes on when the lights are off. The world that is mostly dark and mostly quiet and mostly alive in ways that need no light to see. You are becoming part of that world now. Your light is off. Your day is done. You are moving into the other world, the warm one, the dark one, the quiet one, the one that has been waiting for you. Let your body sink. The mattress is warm. The pillow is soft. The sheets have taken on the temperature of your body, and your body has taken on the temperature of the sheets. And together you are one warm, comfortable, resting thing. Your arms are heavy. Good, let them be heavy. Your legs are heavy. Good, let them stretch and settle and be heavy. Your head is heavy. Good, let it sink into the pillow. Let the pillow receive you. It does, without effort, without judgment. It simply receives you. Your breathing is very slow now. In, you barely feel it. Out, you barely hear it. In, like a small wave coming in. Out, like a small wave going out over and over, the world's smallest tide. Your body doing what it knows. Your body doing what it has always known. Breathing in the dark, resting, breathing, resting. The week was real. The effort was real. The tiredness is real. You earned this rest. You earned every minute of this quiet, and every mile of that road, and every dark tree and quiet field and sleeping valley. You earned the fox. You earned the stars. You earned the lake and the river and the stream over stones. You earned all of it. And now you are receiving it. And now you are letting it do its work. And the work is simply this: the loosening, the unlocking, the slow release of everything held, everything carried, everything braced against. You do not need to brace anymore. You do not need to hold. You do not need to carry. The night holds you. The bed holds you. The dark holds you. Everything is holding you. Let it. Just let it. Breathe in and out. Good. The road is still there somewhere behind your eyes. You can find it if you want, that long, dark, empty road, the white lines passing, the trees on either side, the deep green-black of the forest, the canopy overhead, the low hum of the engine, the soft, steady movement forward. You can go back there in the drowsy country behind your closed eyes. The car is warm. The night is deep. The road is empty and entirely yours. No one is waiting. No one is expecting you. The only destination is wherever this road goes, and this road goes into quiet and into rest and into the deepest dark where sleep lives. Drive toward it, not quickly. You are never quick on this road. Slowly. One gentle, drifting mile at a time. The headlights make their soft corridor. You are inside it. Everything you need is inside it. The road, the hum, the breathing dark just at the edges of the light, the lane markings. One, then another. One, then another. Slow, slower, very slow. Each one arriving and passing beneath you and sliding away behind. You do not have to count them. You do not have to keep track. They simply come and go and come and go. As long as you need them to. As slow as you need them to be. One, then another. One, then another. The trees are very still. The night is very deep. Your breathing is very slow. There is no urgency here. There is nothing required. The road asks only that you follow it, and the road leads only to rest, and rest is exactly where you are going, one breath at a time, one lane marking at a time, one gentle, unhurried mile at a time, a soft wind in the trees, just the tops, just the highest branches, swaying very slightly, making that murmur, that sound of many leaves whispering at once, that sound that is almost the sound of rain, almost the sound of water, almost the sound of a voice speaking very quietly in a language you understand without needing to understand. Rest. That is what it says. Rest. Just rest. The trees have been saying it all night. The stream has been saying it. The river, the lake, the stars, the dark, all of it saying the same thing. In the only language that matters right now. The language of quiet, language of still, the language of let go. Let go now. Let go of the last thing, whatever it is. Whatever you are still holding very lightly in some small corner of the mind that has not quite surrendered. You can let it go. It will be there in the morning. It will wait. Things always wait. They are patient, the things that matter. They do not need you to hold them through the night. Let them rest too. Let them wait on a shelf somewhere in the quiet of your mind, patient and still, until morning brings you back to them. And morning will. Morning always comes. And when it does, you will be rested. And rested is the thing that handles everything better. Rested is the thing that sees more clearly. Rested is what you will be. But first you must let go. And you are letting go. Right now. I can feel you letting go. One finger at a time. One held breath at a time. One small, unclenching thing at a time. Good. Very good. Let go. The road is almost done. You are almost at the end of it. Not because the road ends. Roads do not end, not really. They go on and on into the night, into the next night, into the mornings of other people and the evenings of distant places. But your part of the road for tonight is almost done. You have driven far enough. You have gone deep enough into the quiet. You have found what you came for, the rest that was waiting. The stillness, the soft, the slow, you have found it. You are in it. You are it. Your body is asleep, or nearly. Your hands are asleep, your arms, your legs and feet. Your back, which has been holding all week, is asleep, has finally released into the mattress, into the warmth. Your face is asleep, your jaw is loose. Your eyes are still. Only your mind is still moving, and only very slowly and in the most gentle direction, down and down and down. Into the dark, into the warm, into the soft, wordless, weightless place where the mind goes when the day is done and the road has done its work and the body has said enough, enough, I am here, I am home, I am ready. Down, very slowly down, like a stone dropped in still water. Very slowly, sinking, the water receiving it, closing over it. Still, there is nothing left to do, not a single thing. The night is doing everything. Your body is doing everything. Sleep is doing everything. You are simply here, simply breathing, simply sinking, simply going. Going where all of this was taking you. The drive was the path. The dark road and the quiet trees and the wide sky and the reflected stars and the sleeping towns and the patient river and the fox in the headlights. All of it was the path, and the path led here. To this, the warm, the still, the breath, the let go, the long exhale of a week that is over. The long exhale of a body that is finally, fully, completely at rest. Go now. Go into the dark behind your eyes. It is good dark. It is the best dark. The dark that holds dreams. The dark that holds the slow tide of the body's repair. The dark that holds you like the forest held you, like the night held you, like the road held you, like a long, careful, patient hand, holding you all night, all of this night, still holding. You are going. You are almost there. You are just barely here now, just the softest thread connecting you to waking, so soft, almost nothing, a thread of breath, in, almost imperceptibly in, out, almost imperceptibly out, and then not quite in, not quite out, just there, just resting at the very edge, at the door is open. It has been open all this time, and now you are walking through it, not walking, drifting, floating, being carried across the threshold of sleep. Good night, very good night, the best night, a quiet road, an empty sky, the hum of an engine, trees standing in the dark, stars doing what stars do. And you, resting, finally, completely resting, sleep, just sleep. The road is behind you, sleep is ahead, and sleep is here, right here, in the warm, in the dark, in the still, in the soft, in the slow, in the breath, in the good. But perhaps there is still a little road, a little more of the night. Just a little, not for any reason. Only because the night is generous and the road is patient and there is no harm in one more slow and quiet mile. So, come back for a moment, just for a moment, back to the road. You are driving through the dark. The engine hums. Your hands rest on the wheel. The trees are on either side, tall and still and ancient, and the road runs between them like a river of grey stone, like a path through the oldest kind of forest, the kind of forest that does not know what hurry means. And you are in it, moving through it, slowly, without destination, without deadline, just the road, just the hum, just the breath. There is a certain quality to driving alone at night, a certain quality that is hard to describe in the daylight. Something to do with being the only person in the world who is awake in exactly this place, at exactly this moment, going exactly this direction. There are, of course, other people awake. There are night workers and insomniacs and new parents and people crossing other time zones. But none of them are here. None of them are on this road. None of them are driving through this particular stretch of trees at this particular quiet hour. Only you. It is a kind of solitude that is not loneliness, a kind of alone that is not empty. It is full, full of the forest and the dark and the hum of the engine and the stars above the canopy and the slowly passing world. You are alone and you are held, and both of these things are true. Breathe in, the full solitude. Breathe out, the held alone. You notice, after a while, that the mind has found a new kind of thinking, not the anxious, looping thinking of the day, not the forward planning, backward reviewing thinking, not the thinking that checks and rechecks and worries and prepares. A different kind, the thinking that is barely thinking, the thinking that is more like sensing, the thinking that moves slowly at the speed of walking or slower at the speed of the road at night. A thought arrives. It is a slow thought, a gentle thought. It has no urgency in it. It is just a thing your mind is doing the way your lungs are breathing, automatically, without effort, without direction. And then the thought drifts. It does not complete itself. It simply trails off into the dark, the way the edges of the headlights trail off, and the dark receives it, and you do not need to follow. And then another thought, just as slow, just as gentle. And then it too trails off. And then the space between thoughts. And the space is the most interesting part. The space is where the rest lives. The space between the thoughts, wide and soft and available like a meadow in the dark. You walk through the meadow, between thoughts, in the quiet, breathing. You pass a place where a tree has fallen, long ago, long enough that the road has simply incorporated the gap, the slight widening where the old trunk used to stand, the extra light that falls there now from the opening in the canopy. You pass through that little pool of extra light, and it is gone in a moment. The forest heals its own wounds slowly, very slowly. A tree falls, the light comes in, seeds germinate, saplings rise, decades pass, the gap closes, the canopy seals, the forest is whole again. It does this without thinking, without any of the anguish that a person might feel in the face of loss. It simply does what it does, grows, heals, continues. You breathe in the cool air from that small gap and continue too, forward, into the dark, into the quiet, into the next moment which is the same as this one, which is the same as all the moments of this night. Quiet, still, warm, moving slowly forward. The road passes through a low spot, a place where the land dips and water sometimes gathers. You can feel it in the air, a little heavier here, a little more humid, a slight chill that is not unpleasant, the smell of wet earth, of places that remember rain. The headlights catch a small gleam at the edge of the road. A puddle, perhaps, a remnant of last week's rain, still lying in a hollow in the grass. Its surface is perfectly still. It reflects a single star. One star in one small puddle, the most modest kind of astronomy. The star does not know it is reflected there. The puddle does not know it is reflecting a star. They simply are, each in their place, each doing what they do. You breathe out, and you pass them, and they are gone. But the single star in the single puddle stays with you, the way the fox stayed, the way the lake stayed, the way all the small, perfect moments of this night stay, somewhere behind your eyes where the good things lie. The night is so old. That is something you feel on drives like this. The ancientness of the night. Not the night of today, not the night of this year, but the night of all years. The night that was the same night 10,000 years ago, when other people, or things before people, moved through forests under these same stars. The stars have not changed. not in any way that matters to a human life. They have burned a little brighter or a little dimmer. Some have moved by fractions of degrees. Some have been born and some have died over those 10,000 years. But to a person standing beneath them, they are the same stars. The same stars that ancient people navigated by. The same stars that others told stories about. The same stars that have been looked at in every era by every kind of person and found to be the same thing. Large, bright, patient, indifferent, beautiful, and you are under them. In a different kind of vehicle, on a different kind of road, but under the same stars, the same quiet overhead, the same breathing dark, the same deep old night. You breathe in and feel the age of it, the beautiful, restful age of the night. Breathe out. The engine is very quiet, or you have simply been with it so long that it has moved inside you, become part of you, become something you no longer hear as a separate sound, but feel as part of your own rhythm. The hum is in your chest. The hum is in your breathing. The hum is what you breathe when you breathe out slowly all the way out. HMMM. A sound you could make if you wanted. A sound your body is already making in its own way. The hum of a living thing at rest. The low, continuous note of existence. You are that note. You are that hum. Vibrating very gently, very softly in the warm dark. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Here is a road you have driven before, not this road. A road like it. A road from some other night, some other long drive, some other hour when the week needed releasing. You have done this before. You know this road, not in your memory, in your body. Your body knows this road. The body knows how to do this. It has always known. Before you thought of it, before you decided to take the drive, before you turned the key, your body already knew. It was already preparing, already loosening very slightly at the thought of this. The long, quiet road, the dark, the trees, the stars, the hum, the breath, the rest. Your body knows, and your body is receiving it now. Receiving the rest it was always going to receive tonight. The rest it always receives on nights like this. Good. Your body knows. Let it do what it knows. Breathe in. Let it breathe. Breathe out. Let it rest. You are almost sleeping. Your body knows the way. One more curve. A long, gentle one. The headlights sweep across the trees on the outside of the curve, and for a moment you see them very clearly, the bark and the branches and the small, dancing shadows of leaves in the periphery of the beam. Then the curve is done. The road straightens. The trees fall back. And ahead of you, the road is very long, very straight, very empty. Just the road and the dark and the stars at the far end, where the road seems to converge, seems to come to a point, seems to merge with the horizon. You drive toward that point, very slowly. It never gets closer, or it gets closer so slowly that you cannot measure it. The road is always ahead of you. The stars are always there at its vanishing point. And you are always here, just here, in the car, in the hum, in the warmth, never quite arriving, never needing to arrive, just here, just driving, just being, the stars at the horizon. Look at them, not carefully, not with the naming and the cataloging and the knowing, just look. Look with the soft, open, unfocused gaze of almost sleep. They are bright, they are cold, they are very far away. They are burning even now in the vacuum of space with enormous and silent intensity. But from here, from the car, from the road, from the warm hum and the slow breath, they look like small, gentle lights, like the kindest possible lights. Like lights placed there by someone who understood that the dark is beautiful but benefits from small points of light here and there, scattered across it, not to dispel the dark but to give it company. The stars are the dark's company. And the dark is yours. Breathe in and out. You have been driving for so long now, so long, and it has been so good. And now the drive is becoming a dream. You can feel it, the edges softening. The road taking on that quality of dream roads, which look like real roads but have a smoothness to them, a courtesy that real roads do not quite manage. Dream roads go exactly where you need them to go. They are exactly the right width. The temperature is exactly right. The light is exactly right. This road is becoming that road. You are at the border, the beautiful, permeable border between the road and the dream is full of trees, full of stars, full of the same hum, the same breath, the same slow and patient dark. The dream is this drive, continuing into the part of you that keeps going after your eyes are closed, into the part that carries everything warm and quiet and good into sleep, into the part that knows how to make a road out of rest. Drive there. Go on. Let the road become the dream. Let the dream become the road. Let the trees stand on either side. Let the stars shine above. Let the hum hold you. Let the breath carry you. Let go of the wheel. Let go. Someone else is driving now. Someone gentle and calm and entirely without urgency. Someone who knows the road. Someone who has driven it before and will drive it again and knows exactly where it leads. Somewhere warm, somewhere still, somewhere very, very quiet. You can rest now. You can close your eyes, even from behind your closed eyes. You can go deeper than the road, deeper than the trees, deeper than the dark, into the place where no road goes, where only sleep can take you. Let that happen now. It is already happening. Can you feel it, the going deeper, the sinking, the slow, warm, weightless fall into the place where the self lets go of itself, where the weak lets go of itself, where even the drive lets go of itself, where even the road lets go. And there is just this, just the breathing, just the warmth, just the soft, just the dark, just the rest. Go now. The road is behind you. Everything is behind you. Ahead is only the deep, the warm, the sleep. Go, breathe in and out and in and out. Good night. Sleep well. The road will be there in the morning. The trees will be there. The stars, all of it, waiting, patient as always. But for now, there is only this. The soft, the warm, the still, the deep, the dark, the sleep, 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 sleep. Perhaps the road has one more gift, one final quiet gift, the kind you do not plan for, the kind that simply arrives, the way all the best things arrive when you have stopped looking. Here it is, a clearing. Off to the right, just slightly, a gap between the trees where the road briefly widens, where the shoulder opens up, where there is a small, natural pull-off, a place where the land has made a pocket, just large enough for one car, just deep enough to step into the dark without leaving the safety of the road. You pull over, so gently. The car slows, eases to the side, stops. The engine idles for a moment, and then you turn it off. The silence is total, or nearly. There is still the small tick of the cooling engine. There is still the very faint sound of the wind in the highest branches of the trees. There is still the sound of your own breathing, which is the oldest sound in the world, or very nearly. But beyond those things, silence. A full, breathing, enormous silence. The silence of the forest at the deepest hour of the night. You sit in it. You let it come into the car around you, through the seams and the vents and the slightly cracked window. The silence comes in unhurried and fills the spaces and wraps itself around you. You breathe it in. It is the cleanest thing you have breathed all week, all month perhaps. The silence. Breathe it in. Outside, through the windshield, through the glass that is slightly fogged at the edges from your warmth, you can see the trees, very still. Their trunks rise from the dark ground into the dark canopy and disappear. They are doing what they always do, standing, breathing through their bark, trading carbon and oxygen with the air in their vast, slow, vegetative way, growing by fractions of millimeters in all directions, sending water up from their roots in capillary columns so thin and so quiet that no machinery could make them, living their long, patient, unhurried lives. You watch them, without agenda, without needing them to be anything other than what they are, trees in the dark, standing quietly, doing their slow work. Good. You open the window, just a little, just enough. The night air comes in cold and clean, not uncomfortably cold, just the right kind of cold, the kind that makes you aware of your own warmth, the kind that makes the car feel even more like a shelter, a small, warm place inside a large, cool world. You can hear more now with the window open. The wind in the trees, yes, that soft, leaf-moving murmur, and something else. Very far away, very faint, the sound of an owl, just once. 2 notes, low and clear and unhurried, and then nothing. And then after a long pause, 2 notes again, low and clear and unhurried. The owl does not know you can hear it, or perhaps it does not care. It is simply being an owl in the dark, doing its owl things in its own slow and deliberate way. 2 notes, and then the quiet, and then two more. The stars are visible from here. Through the opening where the road runs through the trees, you can see the sky. Not all of it, just a strip of it. A ribbon of deep blue-black and ancient light. But what a ribbon! You lean back a little in the seat and let your eyes travel up that strip of sky. The stars there are very bright. You find one star, just one, and you rest your eyes on it. A single point of light, very far away, very old, very still. It does not blink, not really. The slight twinkle you perceive is just the atmosphere, the air moving between you, a curtain of air rising and falling, bending the light very slightly. But the star itself is still. The star itself is burning, steady and constant, in the vacuum of space where there is no wind, no air, no disturbance of any kind. Just burning, steady, bright, patient. You breathe out. The star burns on. Close your eyes now. You have seen enough. You have taken in enough of the night. The road and the forest and the valley and the lake and the ridge and the stars. The fox and the owl and the river under the bridge. The farmhouse window. The sleeping town, the puddle with one star in it. You have taken in so much, and it is all inside you now, all that quiet, all that dark, all that patient, unhurried, enormous world. It is inside you, and now you close your eyes, and you take it with you into sleep, into the deep. Behind your closed eyes, the road continues. It always continues. The white lane markings pass beneath you, one after another, in the dream. The trees stand on either side. The engine hums very softly, or perhaps that is just your own blood moving, your heart keeping its quiet time. The stars are up there above the canopy, above everything. The fox is somewhere in the dark, going its own way. The owl is asking its question of the night. The river moves in the valley. The lake lies flat and still. Everything is doing exactly what it does. And you are here, warm and still and soft and here, eyes closed, breathing very slowly, going down, very slowly, down, into the warmest part, into the darkest part, into the softest part, into sleep. There are no more miles to count. There is no more road to follow. The road has brought you all the way here, to this, to the warmth, to the soft, to the still, to the deep. You do not need to know how you got here. You do not need to remember the turns or the distances or the names of the roads. You only need to be here, and you are here. You are completely here. Warm, still, breathing, resting. The week is gone. The day is gone. The road is gone. Everything is gone except the breath. In so slow, out so slow. In, out, in, out, in, out. Good, very good. That is all. That is everything. That is the whole of what is required. One breath, and then another. In the warm, in the dark, in the still, in the deep, in the sleep, sleep, sleep. The trees are standing. The stars are burning. The road is empty. Everything is at rest, and you most of all, are resting, deeply, completely, finally, at rest. Good night. Good, soft, long, deep, warm night. The road will be there. It will always be there whenever you need it. The dark road, the empty road, the quiet road. The road that leads here to this, to the sleep, to the rest, to the soft, to the warm, to the deep, to the good. Sleep. Sleep now, sleep. One more thing, just one. Then you are done. Then you are asleep. Listen, the wind has stopped, completely still. Not even the tops of the trees are moving. The night has reached the stillest point. The point in the deepest hours when even the wind has laid itself down and the world holds its breath, and every leaf and blade of grass stands motionless in the dark. This is the stillest hour. You are in it. You are part of it. Your own stillness is part of the world's stillness. Your own quiet is part of the world's quiet. Your own breath, slow and small, is one of the 10,000 breaths the night is taking, all at once, across all the sleeping land, all the sleeping animals, all the sleeping people, all the resting, breathing, gently living things. You are one breath in all of it, one small, warm, quiet breath. In and out, that is your place in the night. That is your contribution to this enormous still. Just that breath, just that warmth, just that quiet. It is enough. You are enough. You are more than enough. Breathe in, breathe out, and give yourself fully and without reservation to the sleep that has been waiting for you patiently, gently all this time. It is here. It has been here. It was always here. Come into it, the soft, the dark, the still, the sleep, the rest, the deep, long, good, restorative, total, complete, absolute rest. Your body knows, your body is already there. Follow it, down and down and down, into the warm, into the dark, into the sleep. You are there, you are asleep.